Now that we've shown you different types of foods that go under different macronutrient columns, as you saw last week, it's now time to start putting these types of foods into a meal. And I want to show you the simplicity of doing that. So if we roll down here, we've just spoken about protein, carbohydrate, fat options, and green and leafy green options. We're going to go down to building your meal plan. So I want to show you an example of how you would lay out your day using the different macronutrients I explained earlier. So if we go to a sample breakfast, we're going to go 2 boiled eggs. There's your protein. 1 to 2 slices of rye toast or soy linseed toast. There's your carbohydrate. And 2 cups of baby spinach. There's your vegetable or your leafy greens. And you're going to be sauteing that in your olive oil. So there's your healthy fat. So there's an example of how you'd lay out a meal. If we move to lunch, 1 to 2 small tins of Serena tuna, followed by rocket salad and 10 cherry tomatoes. There's your veg. Cannellini beans. There's your carbohydrate. You could put some olive oil on there as a dressing, and there's your healthy fat as well. As a snack, you might get a YoPro yogurt with some berries, and you might even put some almonds in there with it as well, just a little portion of almonds. And it's going to give you these 3 key macronutrients for a balanced snack that's going to help sustain you through the afternoon. We all know what the afternoon slump feels like, or when we're at home feeling a bit bored maybe, we might keep going back to the fridge. But if you know that you've eaten a balanced meal in the afternoon, there's no need psychologically to go back and eat more food, because you know that you've nourished yourself at that afternoon snack. If we go to dinner, here's another option. We could use fillet steak as an example for our protein. For our carbohydrate, might be sweet potato. For our vegetable, might be steamed broccoli. And then we've got some hummus, okay, which also has fat in it as well. Hummus has fat and carbohydrate in it. So I'm going to roll down and give you some meal suggestions as well, and just to show you how easy this is to put into a meal. So I love smoothies. Every second day I have a smoothie. So I'll show you the smoothie that I normally have. I normally have some baby spinach. I use water. They're using almond milk here. And I use protein powder, which is from True Protein. You can use any protein you want. I also put some blueberries in there as well, and that's going to sort of add to my carbohydrate and my vegetable content, or fruit and vegetable content. And for my fat content in there, instead of using almond milk, I normally use a small portion of avocado or nut butter. That's just one example. You can also do the green smoothie, which is actually really what I do up there. We're going to roll down. Another breakfast idea might be having 1 to 2 poached eggs on grainy toast, okay, with some spinach, mushrooms, and a little bit of avocado. So as you can see, it's really easy to put together these different food types or macronutrients when planning out your meal. And you can actually make your meals quite interesting. These look quite delicious meals. So just keep rolling through there. And you've got a pretty easy one down the bottom here, oats and berries. Getting oats, putting some Greek yogurt on there for a bit more protein other than milk, mixed berries, and a sprinkling of walnuts. There you've got those key macronutrients, and you're also getting those berries, which is a bit of fruit on there as well. I'll quickly duck down into lunch. You can use leftovers from dinner if you're eating a nice healthy dinner. What about a big salad where you load it up with loads of leafy greens and vegetables, and you add some sweet potato or pumpkin and some lentils as your carbohydrate. You could use protein such as tuna, chicken, steak, whatever you want, and then adding things like avocado, nuts or seeds could be that fat content there as well. A lot of people like salmon. Just make sure that your salmon's made up of a good source of protein. So sushi, which is salmon or tuna, and making sure that it's not overloaded with too much rice. So that portion of the meal, the large portion of the meal, isn't carbohydrate. You're not loading up on that carbohydrate. So make sure you get plenty of the protein and then a little bit of the carbohydrate. Then you've got that seaweed stuff in there as well. There's a bit of green leafy greens as well, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be cooking that in some sort of fatty oil. So just be mindful of not adding too much fat, even though the salmon has fat in it as well. Remember, animals have fat, so the protein we get from animals also contains fat. You've got soups there, really popular in the winter, a lunch bowl, and a salad wrap. I love a good salad wrap when I'm at home, like a multi-grain wrap, and you can load up with your form of protein. For me, it's normally a barbecue chicken from across the road, a little bit of cheese, baby spinach, and you've got the wrap. It's a perfect combination. Afternoon snacks. We want to make sure if you're not getting enough from one of these, you add something else to it. For example, if you're just having some almonds, okay, that's great. That's a portion of fat, and if that's enough for you, that's fantastic. But if you're still not feeling like you've had enough food, maybe adding like a boiled egg, or maybe a little bit of chicken with that as well, or even like a protein powder or a protein bar of some description. Carrots and celery sticks are amazing with hummus. Every time I eat that, I feel so refreshed and so nourished afterwards. I really wish I did it more often. And that takes a bit of preparation, 5 minutes preparation in fact. It takes absolutely no time to do it. You've just got to buy the carrots and the celery from the supermarket. Really easy. And the hummus, of course. Yogurt, you could put anything with the yogurt, maybe some almonds or just some cinnamon, just to give it a bit more flavor. And any other forms of raw veggies, even olives are great as well. Rolling down to dinner, dinner stir fries are fantastic. Really great way to cook lean food. And then you've got your good old steak and veg up the top there. And if you're rolling down, we've got you might do a roast dinner. So you place the chicken, fish or salmon on a baking tray. This gives you all the examples. So please make sure you download this guide, because it's not just about food types. It's actually giving you a few recipes of how to cook. Warm salad, so there's plenty. There's a curry down the bottom. There are so many options there. If you just ate from this menu, you would be nourishing your body at every meal, and I'm very, very confident you're going to be getting the results that you want to get. Okay, so please reach out to us if we can give you any assistance with this. We would love to help, but by all means, download the guide and follow the instructions. This method works, and if you're doing this 90 to 95% of the time, then you're going to be healthier, happier, and have more energy. Good luck.